chick, she go long man. You know man. You know man.
Poppy, y'all, welcome to this week's video. Today's video is going to be another story time video because I got a lot of positive feedback from that last video, and if you haven't seen that video, it'll be linked in a card right here or like basically this general area. I don't know why, but I just have really bad luck, and luck, it just seems to like follow me wherever I go, so I always have a story to tell. So I'm gonna just tell y'all another story, you feel me? This week I decided that I wanted to be different and, you feel me, get some inches and get some braids. I have a hairdresser disaster story to tell you guys. This story is not to like be rude, like I'm not trying to be rude in any way, but she had me so fucked up. But I'm just gonna tell you guys like what happened. If you like it, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, and if you really like it, go ahead and subscribe down below. And if you really like this video, go ahead and follow me on all my social media. The links will be down in the description bar. My Instagram, my Snapchat, my Twitter, and my Pinterest. I love you guys so much, and just keep on watching. If you guys know, I love makeup, and I love to do my own makeup. I love to do makeup on other people. So I had posted my makeup, like my makeup services, on my school's classified page. It's called UC Merced Classifieds. So basically people post like their services. They do makeup, if they do hair, if they're selling something, they post it on this Facebook page. So I was like, oh, I do makeup pretty good and I want to like get some business. So I promoted myself and I put my makeup on that page. And as I'm on that page, I'm just scrolling through and I see this lady who does hair. Where my school is located, there's like this many black people there, and she was one of the only black people out here that knew how to do hair. So I was like, oh, for like, I didn't feel like going back home to LA to go get my hair done, because first of all, the ladies back home charge a hell of money, and then on top of that I would have to pay for transportation there and back, and I was just like, she's here, it's cheaper, let me hit her up and see how much she's charging for some braids. First hit her up, I was gonna ask her to do a frontal for me, but then I was like, I want to do some braids, you know, switch it up. So she told me for this style, I'm gonna insert a picture of the picture that I sent her, like around here. Okay, so I sent her that picture and she said, oh, it's $70. And I was like, oh, bet, because I told the lady back home and she said $125. I said, huh? And she was just like, yeah, $125 because it's a lot. You have to do the corners in the front, you know, you got to do the triangles braids in the back, you feel me? And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna ask around and see how much everybody else charges. So this girl was charging $70. $70 versus $125. I was like, it's looking like I'm gonna go to with 70. You feel me? We scheduled the appointment for 12 o'clock on a Friday, and it was gonna be after I got out of class. And me being lazy, I did not go and buy hair in time. And I have no car on campus, so I had to hit up one of my friends. She's like, I don't get done with class until X time. And it was after my appointment, so I asked her, I was like, can we just move the appointment to next week? I get paid on that Wednesday, so I have money for you. Like, I already have money, don't get me wrong. But I'll have money, like, fresh, because it was payday, you feel me? And she was like, yeah, I'm getting a little sick, so it's perfect. You wasn't finna tell me you were sick? You wasn't finna tell me you were sick, so you're gonna be on my hair? On my hair? Bet. Decided that we were gonna schedule the appointment for the next week, Wednesday. This is where it started to go south with this whole hair appointment. I get to the hair salon, and I'm not gonna say the specific hair salon. It was like one of those hole-in-the-wall hair, beauty supply, excuse me. So it's one of those hole-in-the-wall beauty supply stores that is around in my school's town. So my friend and I get there, and it says, out to lunch. So I'm just like, okay, well, let's just wait 10 minutes inside the car. Maybe they'll be back by the time we get out the car. So we're sitting in the car, we're just chilling, and we're like, okay, let's go and check to see if they're like back from lunch. And it still says out to lunch, but they had a phone number on the end of the little poster that they had displayed saying, call us if any emergencies or urgencies, whatever. So I called the number, and they're like, I said, oh, when are you guys gonna be back from your lunch? And he's like, oh, we're closing early today. And I was like, okay, well, your sign says that you're out to lunch. He's like, well, it's our business and we're allowed to close whenever we want to. I was like, yeah, hang up. I was like, okay, let's go to Sally's. Mistake number 2. I went to Sally's and I got this boosty hair, and that on my part was wrong. that's where I fucked up. I could have just waited the next day and gone to a different hair supply, beauty supply, or gone back to the same one, whatever. But I didn't get the hair that I normally buy. So that Wednesday, I packed my math homework and I packed my psychology homework. So after my math lecture, I hopped on the bus and then I got money out of Wells Fargo and then I got an Uber to her house because there was no bus that was going to take me that way in enough time for me to meet my appointment. So I get to her house and I sit down and I put my phone to charge and then I start working on my psychology homework while she's getting ready. And then she's like, do you have edge control? And I was like, no, you didn't tell me to buy edge control. Like, you're a hairstylist. You should have these type of things ready. Like, when I do somebody's makeup, I'm not going to be like, oh, do you have eyelashes? When you already came to the house and you already sat down. Like, if there's things I need you to buy, like for me, I say bring your own foundation. I provide lashes. Just bring your own foundation because I don't have everybody's skin tone. So as a hairstylist, as a hairdresser, if you need your client to bring edge control, you should have been told them that. So that was mistake number 1 on her part. Or mistake number 2. First mistake was trying to do my hair when she was sick. Second mistake is not telling me to bring edge control. Okay, so right now it's 2-1. My first mistake was that, actually 2-2. My first mistake is that I found her on Facebook and I trusted her. Second mistake is that I got the wrong hair. So we're 2. So I'm just going to keep tally. So this is going to be hairdresser, this is going to be client. So it's going to be me and it's going to be her. So we're going to keep tally on the mistakes here. And we're going to see who made the most mistakes in the end, whose fault this is. She told me that I should just give her $5 so she can go buy some edge control. And she gave me my change back. So she was cool with that. Showed her the hair that I got. And then I told her about the whole story about the beauty supply store. How the beauty supply store went to lunch and then they closed early and all of that. And she's like, oh, what beauty supplies? And I told her, she's like, oh, I work there. I braid hair there. She's like, yeah, the managers over there are really rude and da-da-da-da. Like, they're always disrespectful. They don't have AC when it's really hot. They're really rude to their customers and everything. And I was like, you work there? Why are you still working there? She kept going on about how they're disrespectful and rude, and it wasn't anything new that I had experienced because a lot of people that come to her have gone to that beauty supply store to get hair to come to her. So then I had shown her the hair that I got from Sally's, and she's like, oh, you should have gotten this other hair. There's another beauty supply store called Sunny's. You should have gone there, da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh, I didn't know about that. Like, I didn't even know that we had this beauty supply store that I went to the first time. At that point, she should have told me that this hair was bad, that I should not have used it. She should have told me, Chika, go return this hair, go get new hair, and then come back. I would have been a little annoyed. I'm not going to lie. I would have been annoyed. But I would not be as annoyed as I am now. And she would have told me, go get different hair, and then come back, because this hair will unravel. This hair will be disgusting. All that. If she would have told me that, we would have no issue. Okay? There would be no problem, because she would have told me. That would have been her as a hairdresser informing her client that something was wrong. But she didn't do that. Okay. So when she was doing my hair, she did this top part first. So it looks like this. So it's just some cornrows on the side and then 2 going back this way. And then underneath my hair is just like regular individuals. This top part took hella long. I have not sat in a chair for so long in my life. She did this top part. She was eating food. She was messing around with her boyfriend. She was with her kids. She was watching TV. She was on her phone. She went to the store. She came back. She was doing everything. And she was smoking cigarettes. It would have been different if she was smoking that Mary Jane for me. She could have passed it to me, feel me? But she was smoking a whole ass cigarette. And me, I don't know. I'm confrontational, but I'm not at the same time. So I didn't say anything, and mistake number 3 for me. I should have said something if I knew these things were bothering me, and they were bothering me. Like, if you're getting your hair done, you want to be the number 1 priority. You want to feel like you're being respected. I didn't feel respected at all. First of all, I was in a very dirty environment. I was getting my hair done by someone who was eating. She was smoking. She was messing around with her boyfriend. She was messing around with her kids. And I don't have a problem. You're a mother. Take care of your kids. I don't have a problem with that. But she continued to tell me they do this every single time that I'm doing hair. Every single time they come out of the room. Every single time they da-da-da-da. Every single time. After the 3rd time they've done it with 3 different clients, that's when you should have hired a babysitter. So I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but after the third client, if you realize that this is a pattern, you realize that they keep coming out, you realize that you should have been hired a babysitter, been hired someone to come take care of them, or whatever. That's mistake number 3 on your part. You should have known better. I'm sitting down, doing my hair, she's getting it done, and I start to notice she's not braiding the hair all the way down. So I'm going to insert pictures of how my hair looked like when I left her house, so you'll see how my hair was looking. I noticed that she wasn't braiding the hair, so she stopped braiding the hair around here. So, in my hair, so I'm going to show you how my hair looks. So this is how long my hair goes down. It goes down to my butt. I don't know if you can see, but it goes down all the way to my butt. She stopped braiding the hair, like, up here. So this portion of hair was left unbraided. Exactly. Left, basically, 75% of my hair was not braided. So basically from here to here was braided, from here to here was braided, and then from here down was not braided at all. So about 4 or 5 hours goes by, and she had only finished this top part. So she's like, okay, we're going to start doing the individuals. These are going to go by so fast. They're going to go by super quickly. That was a bold-faced lie. Actually, she finishes my hair, and it's around 10 o'clock, 10:55, almost 11. I was there from 12 noon. I was barely leaving her house at 10:55. And she had dipped my hair, and when I went into the bathroom for her to take her client videos, the hair was still wet, so it didn't look as bad as it really was. When I got back to school, I look in the mirror, and my hair was pretty much dry. And so I look in the mirror, and I'm like, what the fuck? This hair had puffed up, and it was like, it went back to like its true form, like how it was going to be like my hair, like how my hair was going to be like. And I was like so pissed off. I was telling my roommates, I was like, she left my hair like this, and like, okay, we'll help you braid it down. So we're braiding it down, We didn't even finish braiding the whole hair down because it hit like 1 o'clock, and I was sitting for a side, I was braiding my hair down, and I was like, I just gotta go to sleep, I'm so tired. I went to class the next morning, and on my way to class, I'm also going to insert screenshots of the messages of what we said. She did a very sloppy job on my hair. I'm not going to lie, I do love this top part, but the braiding all the way down to the ends is very sloppy, and she did it halfway. My friends and I had to finish braiding my hair to its entirety, and so I'm going to read you, but I'm also going to put screenshots like right here of what happened. Hey Monica, I really appreciate you doing my hair yesterday, and I do love them, but I wish you would have braided the hair all the way down to the ends instead of halfway. I was going to tell you yesterday, but I was already there for more than 10 hours, and I have a midterm this morning. Is there any way, I have a midterm today. Is there any way I could come back for you to finish them? And so I came at her with so much respect, so professional, and then basically when she tried to start lying and say she did braid them down to the end, that's when I switched up, and that's where I came for her ass. She said, I did love, but they kept unraveling. That's why it took so long. No. Let me catch you right there. It took so long because not only were you eating, you were watching TV, you were on your phone, you were messing with your boyfriend, you were smoking cigarettes, you were with your kids. That's why it took so long. It didn't take so long because they kept unraveling. Get that straight, first of all. She said, then I started putting rubber bands in them to keep them from unraveling, but they still did. She said the Rastafarian hair would have done that if we had used that kind. If we had used that kind. That's where you, as a hairdresser, when you did that first spray, actually no. Start with the top first. When you did this first braid and you saw they were unraveling, you should have been like, Chika, the hair is unraveling. Do you want me to continue doing your hair with this hair, or do you want to go and buy some new hair and then return this old hair that you got? That is where you as a hairdresser should have let me know and should have told me. So that's your mistake. You should have told me, Chika, you might want to return this hair. You can come back a different day. This whole situation could have been avoided if you as a hairdresser would have let me know. When I came home after my psych midterm, I started braiding down my hair, and I started dipping them as I braided. I don't have a stove. I don't have a kitchen. I literally have a microwave right here. My roommate let me borrow this red cup. I filled this red cup up with water, and I put it in the microwave to dip my hair. As a college student, I had to use the resources that I had to try and fix this trash job, this trash mistake that this hair lady did. I had dip my hair, so I'm going to show you a comparison of how my hair looked like right here. I'm going to send you a comparison of how it looked like when I finished dipping them and everything. So I said to her, I started braiding the ends and put them in water and they stayed ... Because she was talking about I braided the hair all the way to the end. Where? Show me the receipts. Where? I said, first picture is what I did. Second picture is what you did. She said, yeah, of course now it will stay because it's not coarse, love. So when you dip them, they would stay. And if it was... She was talking. The way she was texting didn't make any sense. She said, and you would have braided one to the next one to braid. It would start unraveling. Basically, I dismissed everything that she just said because it just sounded like trash, just like the hair that she did. And I said, I feel like the money I paid and the time I spent, it just doesn't look good to me. I feel like I'm taking time out of my day to finish the work that I paid you for. And she said, I understand how you may feel. No, you don't. Because you're not walking around with half of your head done. You're not walking around campus with half of your hair unraveling. That's not you. Your hair is done. Your hair's done. Mine's not finished. She said, I wish you would have said something before leaving my house. It would have been fixed then. I would have braided and put rubber bands on the ends and washed. Basically, she said she was going to put rubber bands on the hair before going to the next one. And she was talking about you should let me know before you left. I left at 10:55. I was there since 12. That's more than 10 hours sitting in a chair. This type of hairstyle does not take that long. Talking about, did you want me to sleep over at your house? In response to what she said, talk about, I wish you would have said something before I left. You could have finished it there. I said, I was already there for 10 hours. I had a midterm the next day. It's not rubber bands. It's braiding all the way down. You stopped halfway. The braids are also different sizes, which also contributed to the unraveling. Honestly, I'd appreciate if you could finish the work you started, or I'd like a portion of my money back since the work wasn't finished. And then I related this to makeup. I said, this is like if I were doing your makeup. I wouldn't just fill in half of your eyebrow and expect you to finish. You'd also feel some type of way. And then she was saying, that can't happen, love. You can come back Saturday evening. This is where she got me so fucked up. She said, you can come back Saturday evening and I can finish with $20. Oh no. I could finish for $20. $20 to finish my hair that you were supposed to do that day. Let that sink in. Continued to say, I braided all the way down. I told you, but the hair that you bought made it unraveled. If you would have had rubber bands, it wouldn't have. The other hair would have stayed till it was time to dip in. So I said, you're expecting me to pay you more money to fix a mistake that you made. Then she wanted to go ahead and say, I feel like I'm repeating myself. Where? I'm just trying to figure out who she's talking to, because she must be talking to Chico, because she's not talking to Chika. I'm very disappointed with the service you provided. My hair isn't finished. It took too long to get finished. Honestly, I would just like to be refunded, and I'll have one of my friends braid the ends. And she said, I feel bad that you do, but I can't do that. So not only did she refuse to finish braiding my hair, she refused to give me my money back. As someone who does hair, you're supposed to make sure that your client feels beautiful. Make her feel like she's the baddest bitch of them all. Make her feel like, bomb. When she's leaving your house and she has any type of complaint, you're supposed to address her complaint and make her feel better. Him or her feel better. She did nothing. And then I continued to say, it's very unfortunate because you're a very cool person, but you lost not only my business, but I'm telling all my friends about this. And YouTube. And then she said, that's fine. That's fine. So she said it was fine. She said it was fine. So it's fine. I finished braiding down the hair with my friends, and I dipped them as I was going. And as I was walking around campus, literally every black girl that I saw, they're like, oh, Chika, I like your hair. I said, no, you don't. They're like, why? I told them the story, showed them the pictures. Oh, yeah, she did a trash job. She disrespected me, and she was very rude and unprofessional. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to go to her. I'm just like, yeah, don't, and tell your friends. Long story short, this lady disrespected me and my hair. She made me feel like second place to like everything else that was going on in her life. And if you have such a busy life, if you have so much other things that you have to take care of, don't do hair. And especially don't charge $70 for a trash job like this one. And especially don't try and charge me $20 to come back and fix the job that you made. Personally, I'm never going to her again. She lost my business, and a majority of the people that I talk to and majority of my friends, they are not going to go to her as well. Like, you as a businesswoman, if you really cared about your money, you really cared about your coin, you would have made me feel better. You would have said, you know what, let me come to your dorm. Let me come back to my house and I'll finish it for you for free. You should have bent over backwards to make sure that this hair was good, because this is your work that I'm walking around with. People like my top part. They love this. They're like, Chika, where'd you get your hair done? I post on my Snapchat. They're like, Chika, who did your hair? And I told them, blah and blah. I say her name, her full government name. I say, don't go to her. Don't go to her. That's the end of my story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you really like this video, go ahead and give the video a big thumbs up. And if you really like this video, go ahead and subscribe down below. And if you really like this video, go ahead and follow me on all my social media. The links are down in the description bar. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next week.
So, I'm a soul dropper, dope, trying to get my role proper. Niggas change, I stay the whole dollar. I'm a dope.